outside of their pleasant company.
So she laughs politely while speaking with you and just kind of lays her arm on top of yours. And it's like, Dahak may give you your life back, but is anything that old dragon does truly worth living for? Wine, companionship, faith, these are the things that Callistria can give you, and so much more. What does Dahak have but destruction and death and misery?
This is true. Quality of life is much more important than the length of it.
So, I ask, the boon you ask of the temple is worth over 10,000 gold pieces. A very serious investment. Your ship could not cover that cost. What do you have to offer our temple if not your service as a holy vindicator that could cover such cost? I am authorized by Dindrian to negotiate on behalf.
Well, you could have my sworn loyalty. I could perform a future favor.
A favor
Or we
worth
could,
10,000 gold pieces.
or we could. From my studies, I've learned that the enhancement can be limited to once per day, and so instead of costing 10,000 gold pieces, it would be worth only 2,000 gold pieces as a special use.
So she swirls her wine in her wine glass and says, such capabilities remain beyond us. We would rather perform the original, unaltered enchantment, of course. It wouldn't do to have you using a inferior weapon of subpar quality. Such would speak
Understood.
bad on the Callistrian faith. You understand, of course. Just swirling her wine around,
Sure.
sniffing at the glass.
Well, I am open to offers if you have a counter offer or something to suggest that would be worthwhile in trade. I have a few magical items on me that I could definitely depart with. There's this armor that I'm wearing that, even though it is helpful, there are certain protections I can place on myself to trade off such benefits. It's that I think it's like coral armor. It's like basically +1 studded leather shadow armor or something like that.
Shadow-studded leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like, you offer many things in trade, but none of them are quite worth, or even combined, quite worth the cost you wish to incur upon us. Perhaps you could come to some sort of arrangement with your captain. Some sort of oath of fealty towards the Church of Callistria. As far as I understand the religious aspects on this ship, while he may wear Besmara's tricorn, he does not seem to be an overtly religious man. He has allowed all faiths on board, as would be indicated by the sigils of both Dahak and Callistria and Besmara on the front of the ship.
Hmm. Well, I will speak to my captain about this. He's never given me a position of wavering from Besmara, but perhaps you are right, and he is not a stern religious person and is just kind of following what is convenient at the time. I will discuss this with him.
So, she was nodding along, and then you say whatever's convenient at the time, and she's like, perhaps this isn't the best arrangement then. We're not looking for what's convenient at the time. We're looking for a permanent pledge of loyalty.
No, I'm saying maybe he's currently following what's convenient at the time with his representation with Besmara.
Oh, no, I understood that.
Oh, okay.
It simply was not heartening. It was not the positive boon
I
you wished it
see.
to be.
I see. So you wish my captain to be a hard, fast, religious follower of Callistria. Is that what the request is?
Well, perhaps, perhaps not. As long as he appears to be one, that's all any of us
I
can
see.
ask for.
I
Something
see.
tells me that's still going to be a tall order.
Well, I think so too, but I'm always going to ask.
You're a very persuasive man, Alaris.
You've never met a dwarf, have you?
She says, I have met many dwarves in my time.
I see.
And drains her wine glass and pours herself another. If you can come up with some other form of payment, some true form of favor. I mean, one favor is worth something from you, surely, but not quite 10,000 gold pieces. Perhaps a series of favors and a formal pledge of IOUs.
Well, I have been contemplating renewing my pledge of returning the seven swords of Dahak for the Clisteren Temple. Would that be such a favor worth considering?
Indeed, it could be. The seven swords of Dahak are not quite what they appear to be. They are, however, very, very sought after by the goddess.
Okay. Well, such a good faith.
Has anyone mentioned to you they aren't actually swords for the most part?
I believe I've read that. But yes, it is a religious artifact for the church that a good faith payment of blessing upon me would be give me the incentive to risk my life and the lives of my companions to achieve such an objective. But I will speak to the captain and see what he says about converting his faith, and I will return back with my answer.
All right. So I think we scene cut. It doesn't even scene cut. We just do the XCOM base layout zoom out, so we see like the ship in like sideways view, and we can see like everyone in their cabins, and we go down one cabin and then in, and we see Aces working on this this journals of various magics, and in the center of one of the books is like half of a summoning circle, and there's a second book with the other half of the summoning circle, and when you push them together, there's like a voice that starts speaking out of your father's mask, which is laying in the corner, and it's like, Maelstrom, you seek information on blood magic?
Yes, I wish to become a master of it.
You wish to master blood magic?
Of course.
Mastery is not given, it must be earned.
Just like most things in life.
Do you truly think you are powerful enough to control such a force?
Powerful enough, maybe. Crafty enough, yes.
Your arrogance will be your downfall. However, as you have asked, the call must be answered. If you wish blood magic, you shall have it.
Yes. I put on the mask.
Yeah, and as you do, you can, like, see the world around you in different ways. Like, when you're wearing the mask, you can't see through walls, but you can feel people's heartbeats around you. You're not really sure where they are, but you know that there are living beings around you. And you know that if you could just reach out and take their blood, you could just put it in a spell and make that spell really explode with energy.
I think to myself, vampire vision. It's like, that heart looks delicious. I must have it.
And then I think we cut over to Marcus, who is currently, like, asleep underneath a pile of scrolls, all of which have like, fireballs emblazoned on them. So, you know, it's like a scroll with all sorts of various eldritch writings and arcane sigils, but at the top is always like a stamp with a fireball symbol on them. And he's like, ugh, and he's stuck under a pile of them.
It's passed out, drooling.
It's like, damn, Aces keep selling those scrolls.
No, I have to make more to make up for it.
Yeah, you gotta have enough Yeah, it's basically the Cold War fallacy, right? You gotta have enough nuclear weapons to stop somebody else's nuclear weapons. Yeah, gotta have all of those scrolls of Fireball to stop all the scrolls of Fireball Aces is selling.
You used to see him in the black market. I have the thing you're looking for, as I slide a hand. Use it well. Now give me my money. If you tell anybody, I'll shank you to death.
You want a death stick? You don't want a death stick, huh?
Yeah, that underground black
I feel
market.
like Ace is like the guy that wanders around with like a trench coat. He's like, "See my wares," and he's just got like line after line of scrolls hanging down off of him.
Yes.
And you know what? It's that dwarf scroll from Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, where it's like it goes down and then it goes over and out.
Folds out to the side.
Yeah, it goes sideways as well. That when I saw that, I lost my shit. I was like, "Yep, that's the kind of contract I would write." Where it's like, "Yeah, it's not just a horizontal, but it's also a vertical scroll." You know, the best.
I got paid for that blood magic. It ain't cheap.
Yeah, your blood magic research. You can't just go to the Blood Magic Research Institute because it doesn't exist.
Yeah, like all the money I'm making is going to go into my spell book to buy more spells. Because I have to actually buy spells. That's the problem with Arcane Trickster.
So, Scourge, you receive a message from the Wormwood, specifically from Captain Barnabas Harrigan, asking to meet with you before the race.
I bet his handwriting is like magnificent. It's like Barnabas.
I suppose if we meet on neutral ground,
You form the crew.
I'm not walking on his ship.
Do you have some location you believe would be neutral ground here?
Where are we?
You are on the most northern isles of the Shackles. Yeah, let's see what the exact name of this place is. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Cauldron Rock. You're on Cauldron Rock.
I assume there are facilities here, taverns,
No.
stores, shops.
Nope.
Nothing, just a rock.
Nothing. Because this is where the race is based out of, so there's literally no... I mean, people have set up temporary, like,
Vending
a
places.
lean-to where they serve alcohol out of,
Sure.
basically.
I'll
But-
meet him there. That's
yeah,
fine.
this stuff is basically only going to be up for a week, and then it's gone.
Yeah. It probably
So
wouldn't
basically it's like
survive out here anyway.
Basically, it's like a con. Like you just see
Yeah,
vendors
it's a
everywhere.
con. It's a convention for the race.
Yep.
So, yeah, you meet at the, tavern. Let me get a good tavern name here from my random tavern generator. I don't want to go with the Honest Man again, because that's too funny. This one's called the Griffin's Head. And, yeah, it's literally
pretentious
got...
for a
No,
lean-to shack.
the owner literally has a griffin's head as like above a wall. Like there's one wall that's made of wood, and then everything else is like lean-to or gets canvas like over it. It's actually sailcloth. That's what it is.
There, sailcloth.
Yep,
there you
it's
go. I can
sailcloth.
just see this little pop-up stand with pegs and tongue and groove. Insert tab A slot B.
Yep.
To hold it together. Yeah, that's pretty
Basically
good.
some IKEA like instant shelter, right?
Yeah.
And there's a griffin's head over the bar. And the bartender, Jarek, is just like, "Aye, you want to meet with Barnabas Harrigan? Sure. I'll host you as the third ground. I don't know that I have anybody that could actually stop him if he wanted to kill you, but I'm sure I could gather up some of me boys and even the fight out."
That would be wonderful. I'll give him a nice large tip.
Oh, thanks. How much is that large tip? Because remember, you've seen Barnabas Harrigan kill 6 men in less than 6 seconds.
Yeah. I'll give him 20 gold.
He's like, "Aye, 20 gold. I'll make sure to round up some of the boys."
Oh, is that really? Well, okay. Well, then I would have to guess what would be a good number. I have no earthly idea.
How much money do you think you would pay for someone to bring a bunch of people to fight someone who could kill all of them?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Pay after they survive. It's like Mass
It's a lot
Effect 2.
easier that
You
way.
bring your own guns. You bring your own guns. You only get paid afterwards. You're not part of the
Yeah, man. Work on
blood
credit.
code.
I hear that's something criminals do all the time.
Yeah,
You're not part of the plug code.
I don't know.
gang
What would
and
what would be
Christian
their
movie.
reaction?
20 would probably be fine, but you're only going to get like a couple scared guys who'll probably ruin
No,
it.
yeah, no. I'd rather have some folks that really do. I mean, would 20 gold apiece be a reasonable?
Sure. How many guys do you want?
whatever he can bring. I mean,
Okay.
there can't be that many people here.
Yeah,
100.
So if you pay out 300 gold, he'll have 15 boys sitting casually drinking at the bar, and if Harrigan starts any shit, they'll rush him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute,
So
do you tell
Jarek's
the-
like, he can't stop them all, right?
Wait a minute. Time out. Did he tell the crew about this?
That's a good question, Scourge. Did you tell the crew?
Oh
about
yeah,
it?
absolutely. I'm.
You see, Aces make a request. Can you tell him to bring Grog with him?
It's not a neutral ground meeting if you and Grok show up.
No, I'm talking Cutthroat Grog.
Yeah, Cutthroat Grok. Yeah, it's not a neutral meeting if you and her show up.
I thought it'd be like his gang show up, his gang show up. We're just chilling out.
Really? You want to do some West Side Story then?
What? We just grab some drinks.
They meet outside the crappy tavern during the middle of a thunderstorm and do a dance number. Hey,
Yep.
Barnabas Harrigan, you tortured the shit out of me. I'm coming for you. And Harrigan's like, jazz hands.
I see everybody else do that. You just see me and Grog just walk off and grab a beer. Let's do this.
No. So, yeah, Harrigan shows up. Just a reminder of what Captain Barnabas Harrigan, the villain of Book 1, kind of, maybe, is he? Who knows?
Not really.
Shows up, and he's just like, so, Scourge, it's good to see you again, old friend. Where's my ship?
Ship? I don't know. Your mate sailed off in it.
You sure that's correct? Let's have her tell another story out of Blood Cove that the man's promise arrived.
Man's promise. Dude, that's been so long ago. I
That
have
was the
no idea.
original ship that you guys left on with Scourge and, what was the Master at Arms' name? Mr. Plug.
Plug. Yeah.
Scourge and Plug left on.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's Harrigan.
Oh man, did he look like that before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
I
he's
know he looks
badass
like a
dude.
beast.
Yeah.
Looks like he's seen better days, man.
I
You
want to
should
point
retire,
out, look at
man.
that belt. That's actually a bunch of ears on his belt.
Oh, the ring underneath his hand. Yeah, the
Yeah.
nice. Heck of a guy. Wouldn't want my daughter to date him. I'll just ask him, is that what you came here to meet about?
Like, you think that's what I came here to meet about?
I honestly have no idea.
Well, you didn't answer the question yet. Where is the man's promise?
And you said the man's promise is which one?
It's like, the
'Cause
man's
I'm lost
promise.
in all these.
The
these
ship
names.
you stole from me.
No, I'm
Scourge.
not asking him. I'm asking Arthur.
Oh, yes.
Because Craig doesn't
The
remember.
man's promise is the ship that you fought on during the first book and took over, and then sailed away with a prize crew. It then crash landed on the island where you had to go get water, and you basically stole it from the people who were stealing it from Scourge or Harrigan.
Oh.
Scourge was stealing it from Harrigan. You killed Scourge, took his whip and his name and his magic powers.
Technically, it's at the rock.
Well, it is absolutely true that the former Scourge was stealing it from him, and he attempted to abandon us on a rock. Let me see. What else can I say that is absolutely true?
You don't remember where you put it at.
It's like,
You probably
it's
don't
hard to
remember where you put
remember
it.
things that happened exactly 52 weeks ago.
It's been a few months, guy.
I don't know if you're like, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm a dwarf and I drink a lot. So my memory isn't the best.
Yes.
In pirate rules, if I challenge and fight the captain of a ship, and I win, is the ship considered property at that point?
Sure. I will point out, you didn't actually do that, but you can certainly claim to.
Technically, his boys did it for him.
If you remember,
Tomato.
Sarissa had the crew jump the two of them.
Right.
Well, the crew
Scourge.
already jumped them and had them tied up, and Chris had them beat down afterwards to a bloody pulp.
Yep. But you're the only survivor of that original ship that he may know about. I mean, there were like 8 people that were there that are still alive.
And all of them are crew for us, right?
They might work for you in some form or another.
Okay.
There were a couple random sailors. There was also Sandara Quinn, and there was the cook.
The cook's still on this boat?
The cook is not on the boat. The cook left a long time ago, like 12 weeks ago.
So basically, Aces is as long as crewmate right now.
Because I want to tell him
it.
as much. I want to tell him as much of the truth as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But if the original Scourge intended to or tried to kill me, and we killed him and took the ship, that makes the ship our property, right?
Sure, yeah. Pirate rules.
Pirate rules, okay.
As much as pirates have rules, right?
As much as pirates have rules, right? And would Harrigan have a claim on the ship at that point, or would it?
It's hard to
already
say. This is a real edgewise case where mutineers mutinied against other mutineers.
Yeah.
There's like stacking layers of mutiny ship.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell him that the former Scourge was taking the ship on his own to be squibbed and was going to steal it from him. And he attempted to kill us. It didn't work out. We killed him. That is all 100% true, right?
Yes. So he's just like, and he's reaching over towards you to like put his hand on your shoulder. You okay with this?
Yeah.
So he just gets a firm grip on you and says, "You owe me a ship, Scourge. You owe me a ship." Man's promise was a fast-cut rig. She could make a 1/4 kilometer in under 10 seconds.
Oh, man. I'm thinking of Dom from Fast and the Furious right now.
Not,
This guy.
Almost like it's an exact quote.
I'm not seeing that as a 10-second rig there. Because you know the gap between 10 and 11 is... All right. I'm not sure that I see it that way. That ship was stolen. And
ship.
he attempted to kill us, and we killed him, and it was already a stolen ship. He's the one you have issue with. If he'd have gone on to his destination, we'd all still be under your crew.
Sounds like a personal problem.
So he's just shakes his head. He's like, "Listen, Scourge, you owe me a ship. But I'm willing to pay the debt called right here, right now. All you have to do is lose the race."
Yeah.
You don't even have to lose by much.
I'm afraid that's not going to happen, but we can talk after the race about a ship. I'm sure we can work something out.
So he's like, "Sit down, Scourge. We need to have a talk now about the ship." And he's using his hand to like force you down.
No, I'm not going to let him force me down, but
Okay,
I'll
make a strength check.
to rage or not to rage. I think that would be considered. Do I get my dwarven stability bonus?
It depends. I don't know what the dwarven stability bonus is.
It attempts to trip or bull rush. Well, the wording is actually dwarves receive a +4 combat maneuver defense when resisting a bull rush or a trip attempt standing on the ground. So if he's trying to push me around,
Sure, I'll accept that.
Sure. So strength bonus +5, +4 for the for the dwarvy +9. Not too good.
Yeah, I mean, he's trying to push you down, but you pop back up. It's very close, but
Yeah, it's real close. I'll go ahead and sit down in the chair though once he's not
he's
able
like,
to
sit down, and you're like, no.
and then I'll sit down.
Of course, why not? Yeah. So he's just like calls Jarek over and he's like, Jarek, bring me an ale. And as he's waiting, he turns to you, Scourge, and says, Scourge, I know I didn't talk to the crew much when I had my boys bring you aboard, but you have to understand, if you'll remember, and then we're like, whoosh, 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 flashback time. He's like, if you'll remember, when I first brought you aboard, I was only a few months out of that Chilaxian prison. It was there I learned of a secret Chilaxian operation to take back the Shackles and bring them back into Chilaxian hands. I've been doing everything I can to prevent that from happening, but unfortunately, almost all of the pirate lords hate my guts, because I've raided and shanghaied some of their crew members, some of their boats. Take as take can, as the pirates say. But I've upset them all in some small, petty way that they're holding against me. If I want to bring this issue before the council, I'm going to have to become a pirate lord.
Or have a pirate lord sponsor you and bring you before the council.
Perhaps. But he's like looking you dead in the eye. He's like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to become a pirate lord and save the Shackles from itself. So, you're about the only competition I see on the field. I know they've been talking about the Pharasmus Price and the Buccaneers bitch, but they've got nothing on either of us. You've got a strong, fast ship, but she's not quite as fast as the Wormwood. Now, while I believe I can easily beat you in a fair race, there are the vagaries of fate and chance to be had. And so I'm asking you to back down. Let me win, and I can save all of us from ourselves. And if you do this, I'll take your debt away. You'll owe me nothing.
If I win, I will be more than happy to take you and the issue of the Chilaxians before the council immediately, and I will put all that I have in my own personal resources, my own crew, and my own fleet. It's not really fleet yet,
You think I can trust you? A man with 4 or 5 people calling to him, a new pirate lord, with no backers at all. You don't even have an island yet. You're going to be spending the first few months of your pirate lordship just trying to stake a claim in the pissing contest versus the rest of them. No one knows who you are. Very well, Scourge, I can see you're not going to be compliant on this. I'm going to hold you to the fact that you owe me a ship, and when I leave you in my wake during the race, well, I hope that my spyglass can see you just close enough to see your face.
Then we will have to see, but I would love to hear more about this Chilaxian issue, and we will certainly discuss it one way or the other after the race. This must be resolved.
Yeah, like while you're talking, he's just tossing coins onto the table, just stands up and walks off, leaving his ale. Like, Jarek comes over with his ale and puts it down, but Harrigan's already gone.
Yeah, I'll drink it. Not wasting good ale.
So it's not actually that good of an ale. He brought he brought Harrigan like crappy human ale.
Yeah, it's free. Sure.
It's not that kelp stuff.
Yeah, it's not black kelp beer.
Not black kelp, as long as it's not that garbage. Yeah.
You're a
That's
couple.
not ale.
You're a couple hundred miles
That's
from.
a cruel lie.
Because Aces has to drink that to make sure his blood stays healthy. Blood magic.
Okay.
Would this be a good time to approach the Commodore?
Sure. Let's have that scene.
Okay. So, Do I get wind that as first mate that he's in this bar talking to Captain or Commodore?
Oh, I would have
Arrogant?
had the crew in the area. He wouldn't have
Okay.
gone down there by himself.